in this lane. I mean, but he's got the extra help. Does Puppey keep chasing him? Does Nisha, sorry, I should throw it the other way around. How does Nisha actually stand this lane against the Ancient Apparition?
It's pretty easy. You just have Puppey spam Q on you. Yeah, I actually think it's more of a secret favored lane, simply because you really never get threatened as Nisha by the harass damage because of the Abaddon.
I suppose that kind of takes it the other direction though. Like, Arteezy Spectre Dagger, it's like, okay, Puppey, if you want to start spamming Mistcall, you can do that damage to yourself. So you can't just spam out. Let these... It is high mana cost. There's 100 mana to throw at a Spectral Dagger.
Yeah, I really want to key in on the mid lane. We've got double dual lanes and so much sustain that I just don't think it's feasible that we'll see too much activity down there, whereas mid, it's Storm versus TA, a very skill-based matchup. Sumail already getting a bit of a double wave going.
Fun battle, especially when mid one doesn't have his level 2 yet. One creep needs to die and he'll have Refraction available. And any kind of side blade hit he can get, he'll take. Another fun part, this lane down on bottom is the sustain. YapzOr, very early on the stick, he knew he'd need it against the Bat Rider, but it just enables this heavy level of sustain between himself and Zai.
Yeah, and it's nice to have the puck against the Bat Rider in the laning phase. It doesn't matter how many charges of sticky you get, you're always available to orb away. Very difficult for S4 to apply pressure here. They can, however, go for the Wisp, as we see here.
Yeah, YapzOr's actually dropping down low. Zai'll just orb himself back, but it's fine. YapzOr's still got tangos and... Doesn't matter when you regen through 4, but that doesn't matter. Sumail, he wants the 1-1 matchup. Sumail has confidence in himself, and it pays off. A solo kill on mid 1.
Dude, I have been asking Bulba why he's not picking this hero for so long. He's telling me it's because Sumail doesn't like to play it. Boggles my mind, especially on this patch. So happy to see him play it here in the decisive game 4.
It was kind of funny because when it got picked, Sumail put his hands through his hair and just put his head down. It's like, Sumail does not look like he wants this, but maybe he just needs a success. That's something he can, a happy thought he can pull back to and then fly off to Netherland.
No orb available for 1 second. Side's okay, but didn't go too far.
Crit can't get in front. Not close enough. Spear was down. He would need to reposition to just push him to the side.
I think the name of the game, if you look all the way back to the first game of this series, EG just did not have the reach to win fights. Like, sure, you have the team fight, but they never actually got one. I love the Storm, I love the Spectre, because it addresses what I feel like is Secret's biggest strength, which is their ability to play around all 3 lanes and really just win it, macroing you. Whereas now you can actually...
With the Vortex, pulling mid 1 back in again. He has a haste rune available. This is why I'm feeling this is a little bit more riskier for mid 1, because he just burned the South. He just used his regeneration, and he's already down to a quarter of his life.
And top lane, Puppey's still level 1, just trying to heal up Nisha, ensure he gets the free farm. However, Arteezy is out CSing.
Fly's in trouble. Nisha gonna get slowed down by the Spectral Dagger. Fly moves around the tree line. Puppey. They can't get close enough. Slow just didn't allow Nisha more time to beat into Fly. We'll just salve up and repair.
A passive game, definitely gonna favor EG. Already 2,000 gold ahead in the laning phase.
It's the Spectre late game, right? Like we were discussing this during the drafting phase, just how much burst damage you can get between a Templar Assassin and the Phantom Assassin, all the negative armor effects that come in from the two of them as well. Sumail, here we go once more. Mid 1, tries to juke around the Great Wave, and he'll be fine. But how's it meant to work for the late game? Like, why does EG have a better late game, or at least enjoy passive games compared, like, when these two big heavy hitters will be on the field for Secret?
Secret just needs to snowball, especially the TA and the puck. You want to be able to play with tempo around the map. EG later on, you have such an easy time finding the kills you need. You've got a Bat, a Storm, a Mars. All of these heroes have methods of lockdown. You can just go straight for the supports. Arteezy able to haunt in and follow up. Not the same game for Secret in the sense that they don't have that easy method of taking towers, so they want to be ahead. They need mid 1 to be available to just get aggressive, spam traps around the map, abuse vision advantage. They also don't have a real method of BKB control like they did last game with the Black Hole. It's just the puck if he picks up an Ag Scepter.
Well, Zai's off to not the greatest start you'd expect for CS with all the help from YapzOr. It's 13-2 and a 2-1. So Zai is not getting the upper hand against a Bat Rider because it's also S4 with Firefly that can harass. But the battles will come for the 5-minute runes. Nisha's going to claim the top, but both of the bottoms will go the way of EG. And speaking of runes, Sumail seems to be just be claiming all of them.
Yep.
He's just triggered an Invis rune in mid.
Yep, and Mars is here. Crit lurking in the shadows. They're going to try and get mid one here. He can get an easy spear back into the opposing cliff if they do this right.
If they can force mid one a little bit further back. So there's the initial aggression. Mid one moving towards the tree line. The spear. Crit got seen. A little too early. TP comes in from YapzOr, so they've already managed to get at least YapzOr to rotate up the bottom lane. One-fly, a little bit of trouble. Nisha's jumped down, looking for the slows himself. Shields are up, and Nisha may feel confident enough to dive under the tower, but no, he won't. Not even with Puppey behind him. Once again, we just move back to this passive. Team Secret doesn't feel like they can dive. It feels very odd for the tempo of games we've had so far during the grand final.
Indeed, and so far, Wisp as well has yet to win a game in the series. I think that's an important statement. EG giving it away as first pick, even with Chen removed from the pool, they did not care about the Wisp. There's a couple players backstage, and that was exactly what they had predicted. They were memeing about it, because they just don't see this hero as strong as maybe the pick would.
Nice silence and jump away, making sure there is no lockdown. The spear was already used, and unless S4 has a lasso, he shouldn't be able to control Zai anyway. But it's still nice to see the crowd applauding a good escape.
Wisp is rotated up top, but how do you really go for Arteezy here? The downside of the Secret lineup, no natural playmaker. Sure, the puck could get involved, but he's level 4, and he's stuck in this bottom lane.
He just has to wait unless he can get a little bit closer. So I don't know if the mic's picked it up, but I definitely hear the Australian contingent here. I heard you. Samel's backing up once again. Puppey, this rotation in, he's underneath the Dire Observer ward, so they just see him coming from a mile away.
And in truth, what's it matter if he's here?
Yeah.
He's level 2, no boots, a bad. He is
Does
purely.
he change anything? He just gets experience, or?
The difference is, so this game, Secret, they're dependent on EG taking 4 fights into them unless they can.
Here comes Samel, double damage rune underneath the tier 1 tower. He's going to find YapzOr. Tender's waiting. Look at the damage output with more lighting. Samel can keep up with YapzOr. Sometimes give a little bit more life. Nisha jumping back over. Samel burnt all of the mana. Nisha couldn't get the kill.
Where's your control? How do you stop Samel until this puck has a blink dagger?
They're going in once again. Nisha thinking about the fight. While that was happening, by the way, you did have puck die underneath the tower on bottom lane. So EG getting kills on multiple lanes.
It's a great start for them. If you win all 3 lanes and you have superior pick-off and tower pressure, game ends up just playing itself. I like that now Crit, he's going to camp middle, try and get his XP up. Sumail, after that successful gank, he's just going to rotate, farm jungle.
This net worth, though, is really going through the roof. How many times do we watch EG have the advantage? Of course, Arteezy, one of those top 2 net worths, in a little bit of trouble, trying to just dagger himself over the trees. Puppey, do they want to dive underneath the tower? You bet they do, and they'll have it. Fly can't really stop, but the Vortex gives the extra slow. Arteezy into the trees once again. The one charge is giving him a little bit more time. A Team Secret, Puppey, the damage from the tower. They just made a switch it, and Puppey denies himself anyway. YapzOr did grab the aggro, while Sumail looks to grab up Zai. And he's got him. Sumail, 4K net worth in under 9 minutes.
And this is what you like to see if you're an EG fan. Sumail on a signature hero at the top of the net worth charts. A-OK for EG Secret. They get a nice kill on top. I think they caught Arteezy. He had used a dagger to farm, and they immediately struck afterwards. He wasn't able to use it to get into the trees above his tower. Making the best of a poor situation in Secret, because again, their supports, they help their cores find kills. They don't make it happen themselves.
It looks like he was baiting in towards mid, but Samel was really baiting in Puppey to stay in close. Watch that missed call timing, pulled away, but couldn't get the coil off. Stunned in transit, and Samel's attack follows.
God, look at that stat. I think YapzOr was 19-1 with Enigma over the last 9 months. Nisha, 15 in a row with PA. Even though I see them outmatched, you can't ever count out Secret, regardless of how far behind they fall in the early game.
Yeah. He just needs like 1 or 2 items. It doesn't require much. And if this game does go late, Nisha finishes with the Battle Fury, items can start to roll in. Templar Assassins really good at cleaning up the stacks. That's why mid one, once again, like, this just seems to happen all the time. They abandon the mid lane early on, go inside the jungle, and look for a little bit more, but EG, they want to fight. Samael jumping in, the Dire Observer was watching Nisha as well as Yapzor. Yapzor just explodes thanks to the rebuke. Crit got the kill, and now they turn over towards Nisha. He needs a target to jump to, and well, he technically found one. Fly up the hill, they'll end up getting the kill into Nisha. The trade-off was Batrider on the bottom lane, another battle for these 10-minute runes.
The thing is,
the trade-off goes EG's way.
Before he died, S4 was able to purchase the Boots of Travel. This allows EG to play with, they have the momentum, they've got this lead, but they can use it so efficiently. Think of Crit as a midfielder. He'll constantly be swapping around sides of the map, playing aggressively. You've got the bots from that Spectre Haunt and then Storm with the zip range plus the AA blast. You're effectively playing with 5 EG heroes wherever Crit is on the map, so long as you have your head on a swivel. It's so easy for them to find kills and punish Secret if they ever step slightly out of position. Now grouping up around this catapult wave, they have Arcanian on the TA, both supports backing up. They want to apply tower pressure.
If they can. Fly's waiting with the Ice Blast ready. Keep in mind AA having that 6. Everyone's got their 6s up, apart from poor little puppy.
In this game, it's EG that had that uncounterable control mechanic. Last game, it was the black hole. EG could do absolutely nothing but try and survive through it.
S4 trying to move with Zion to come for the Firefly. Zion actually tree trapping himself. S4 saw him for a moment. He's wondering if he wants to go back, but not while Puppy's there. There's no reason to lasso if there's going to be a shield.
Yep. And then this is just such a great game for S4. Of course, you can always shield off the lasso, but there's nothing TA can do other than maybe purchase a Lincoln.
Loving watching this. Mid one's up too far. Crit can just spear him back. Instead, he's going to put the arena on up, lock him against the wall. Here comes Ice Blast at mid one. Goodbye. He gets pushed out of the arena, but it won't matter, even in the streets. He goes down.
There you have it, EG, all of a sudden, 4 heroes mid. Samael going to TP back to Shrine, close to finishing the Kaya. Really well played there. Crit just coming around, finding an easy kill on mid one. It's so tough for Secret to do anything about this if EG are connecting with 3 or 4 heroes. They didn't even use the Haunt there for Arteezy.
Yeah. The fact that Arteezy TP to the tower means like it's not even an opening for Secret. How many times have we seen Secret abuse these long cooldown abilities like Haunt? But EG understand that it's more worthwhile to have Arteezy TP in and then walk back up and farm on his way than it is to have Spectral like the Haunt on cooldown.
And think about what Yapzor's impact in this game is. Look at where he's sitting right now. This isn't what we typically see him play. When this team wins, he's playing the Rubiks, he's playing Enigmas. He's able to not just become a core as he accumulates net worth, but actually make plays aggressively.
He's meant to be an enabler, but Samael, he's just looking for the target. Ice Blast flies in, it's going to hit huge. Puppy will end up burning down. Arteezy's there and another jump in. Yapzor caught on the tree line. Now it's over towards mid one. 5 heroes from EG in the middle lane under the tier 1. Taking Secret. 3 heroes and the tier 1 tower to boot.
See what I'm talking about? There's just nothing you can do. What's the PA teleport gonna accomplish? Double Wraith Band treads? Won't mean anything. Bottom lane, Zai finishes his blink, but he wasn't able to help his team because he did not have the mana pool. He's been trying to recover down bottom. Now, Secret, you've got the tools to maybe counter-initiate, turn a fight around, but you're already 5k gold in the hole. Also, just looking at the net worth, like, the EG supports both ahead of the Secret duo. This is just not something we see very often in games of Team Secret Dota 2.
Yeah, then it's just when they don't have any kind of control on the map. And what do? Then you'll ban the bottom tier 1 town. We can watch this mid-engagement once more.
Yep, you go from 2 heroes, all of a sudden there's a TP, a bot's TP, which does not have the extra duration added in addition to Haunt. So, what do? It's just Sumail initiating, and all of a sudden his entire team is there in support.
We come back live. Abaddon having the borrowed time triggered, and of course Sumail's just waiting for it. Stunned up a little bit, but he's already found the kill. Needs a little bit more time to get back out. It's Zayu actually has a wicked kill spree, jumping in. Cripple help out by putting the Arena of Blood down, but he wants a TP out as well. A 2-for-1 trade-off, but it's the 2 supports of Team Secret. For the price of Sumail, and maybe even a tier 1 tower, Fly will try and push him away with the Vortex and the Chilling Touch. But Zai's first real influence after leaving the bottom lane really pays dividends for Secret.
S4, however, did take bottom while that occurred, so 2-for-1 plus a tower.
But S4's actually going to have a Blink Dagger already. With 15 minutes here, he's got BTs and Blink. He was meant to be manipulating the side lanes. Now he's able to initiate and manipulate the side lanes.
And this is just such an easier game in comparison to the last one for EG because they have that mobility. No longer will Secret be able to just force them around the map. It almost felt like they were leading the dance the previous game. Hey, we're in Roche, you've got to come and find us. They were pushing top, you're all going to need to TP back. And they didn't have a method of punishing them. Whereas now, they have these tools to go along with the advantage. Secret, you're gonna need to make something happen. Here you go.
There's the blow.
Active.
Nisha's got the bonus damage talent, hitting level 10 plus the Demon Edge, so he's got a lot of damage against Arteezy, but Arteezy just feels it and backs up a little bit more. Crit was looking for somebody.
There is little it can do.
S4 with the blink, as you said.
Stupendous.
Yeah. Sumail still needs to get his defensive item, which is going to be the Yule Scepter.
They're gonna look to smoke. They've got the Kaya, they've got the blink bots. Arena is up, AA Blast is up, and look at Arteezy
They just need
hanging out.
That's a Radiant Observer one. It's not the dire one, but when they see mid one, they'll look for Yapzor in the back line. Blink Lasso's already there. Puppy's well too far away. Mid one dragged up and killed off. And it was Zai who was moving over, but he knew there was nothing he could do to save his core.
Not the same as last game. He got saved, but it's just not enough. The damage of EG, they have a ton of mix at this point. The AA Blast removes the two supports.
Radiant's middle tower.
There's nothing you can do once a core gets lassoed if the shield isn't there immediately. And really, Nisha needs more time to come online. Still going for the Battle Fury first item. He needs a BKB before he's really able to commit to fighting. And Arteezy will have a Radiance by that point.
This is a really nice dire observer behind the tier 1 tower. Like, it's not going to play as much of a role now, but if Team Secret did decide to fight that, Sumail instantly knew who he'd have to jump on. But he didn't want to wait it out. He's just farming up inside the jungle. They'll move their presence somewhere else. But this dire observer, once again, now sees the TA arriving. So what does EG do? They back up and they're forcing Secret to rotate and then disengage. They're using the Secret playbook.
Yep. I love the way they're itemizing. The Yules on Sumail, unconventional. It'll hurt his progression a little bit, but think about the lockdown. What does Secret have to kill him? A silence. He uses that off, he comes down, and has nothing to fear.
Yeah.
Because there's no method of catch. You actually cannot stop him if silence is on cooldown from Zai. It is a free Storm game.
If he can just keep transitioning, and if he can avoid the damage.
Yep.
Mid one goes for the Desolator to start with.
The right choice. They don't have the ability to play aggressive for reasons we continue to bring up. But the Deso means they have damage in the event someone steps out of position, or they'd like to make a play for maybe a sneaky Roshan. It's always a possibility. The Battle Fury is complete. It's only a 6k gold lead, 3 to 14.
Can he actually slip in there without being scouted out? Like, Fly will look for it. And always Ice Blast, Scout, Bat Rider. Yeah, he's sticking Napalm. He's looking inside the pit. EG are very much in tuned to what's happening, and TA is going to put a trap in to watch himself. But the Battle Fury, 17-18 minutes now, has been completed on Phantom Assassin. He can't maneuver as well as he did with the Anti-Mage. So how does he get around quickly? Or does he even enter into this farm war?
That's what you're kind of forced into here, but Arteezy, that's the Radiance off that Archer last hit. It's on Courier now, and it's time for EG to get frisky. It's so easy for them to do so as well. So long as Sumail and Crit are hunting, you know that both your other cores will always be able to join the fight thanks to the bots and the Haunt in.
We actually have double action runes on Sumail. Okay, he's not going to care about the Invis one, but he has an Arcane rune bottled up. Exactly what Sumail wants for the next fight, especially when he's already got Kaya and the Yule Scepter there.
Oh yeah, and the smoke's available on Fly. Went for the GPM talent as expected. All these EG heroes will continue to scale. And it feels like it's just flipped. Whereas previously, it was EG that were over-reliant on two cores and Secret punished with a true team fight lineup. This game, Secret, they have these two hand-holding supports that don't really provide much other than support for these big cores, but EG, they have the tools now to just hard commit. You take out either mid one or Nisha, Secret's team fight falters.
EG's looking for the opportunity. They're not going to find it. Instead, they're just allowing Crit to free farm up top, complete up that Vlads, complete up every single aura. Sumail will move over, the smoke does happen, but look how fast that ping came. They knew it. As I said, they were all grouping up. The Observer Ward, it didn't see the smoke itself, but it saw a lot of it. And now the choice, EG. You can't do Roshan, because if you do that, TA traps will watch you. And if they move further down, in fact, they know there's no counter, because the scan from EG doesn't ping on Team Secret. So they're not looking to contest Roshan. All Secret will look to do is dodge.
And look, Secret, they're behind, but they still have a great read on the game. They are just trying to play keep away until Nisha can finish this blacking bar or EG overstep. Arteezy a bit isolated in the mid lane.
Yeah. Not the first time we've seen this happen. May not be the last time. S4's hanging around. He may need help out. Here comes your Ice Master. Hit by this one, as well as PA. The instant lasso broken free by Puppy by LMO. The shield, but mid one's already going to go down. There's 2 Euros down. Going to make us over the vortex. Back over on side. Couldn't face shift in time. Now it's 2 Euros who don't have buyback. TA, do you want to use yours? It's such an economical disadvantage. EG claim 4. They can add the pressure or they can go for Roshan. Either choices are good.
That's just as I say, how Secret are playing it right. They go for the one target you shouldn't. And Arteezy just immediately ports out of the coil as the rest of his team collapses. The AA blast was coming. They knew that Arteezy could be targeted. And it's so simple for EG to just connect. It's a 5-on-5, even though Arteezy starts this engagement completely isolated. As long as the AA blast hits that core, it doesn't matter if the lasso gets purged.
And they have to group up.
Blast.
Like, they have to group up the way they play. You don't have the range game. There's no sniper in this matchup.
Yep.
Actually, like, you don't want to say a free AA game, but it's a hell of a lot easier than AA's normally had to hit that Ice Blast.
Secret had to be ahead. They needed to be able to play around mid one and Nisha, getting aggressive, hunting these backline heroes of EG, but they're just not in a position to do so. It's 3 to 18, they're 10k gold down.
Nisha can't be aggressive though. Like, until he has like a BKB, there's no way he can get into the fights.
Exactly, they need these items up. You can see both cores are aware of this. They have it queued.
Dice hunting. Fly is nearby. That's 2 kills and 11 assists with no deaths. Fly puts a vortex. He feels something is wrong, and he's right. Secret are smoking, looking for advantage. It always also seems like every time Secret lose a fight, they smoke up and they come and try and fight to just swing that momentum back the other way, and now EG look for it.
It's the same as that game 2 fight, where they all in on this active shrine. EG was huddled around as 5. It looks like a poor play, and it is a low percentage play, but that's the sort of move you need to make, and Secret's always going to try to win games. And once the big cooldowns are down, notably the haunt of Arteezy, if they can see him split somewhere, they want to be aggressive. They want to try and make a play. Just easier said than done in the current predicament. EG, they're just waiting for their cooldowns. Mech finished on Fly. Drums on S4, just turning their golds into easy items. Battalion Vlad's on crit.
Yep. Completed that. They gave him as well the tome. Trying to push this Mars a little bit faster up.
You know, Secret, they need these Black King bars to have a prayer. They want to be able to initiate on the S4, on the Fly, kill off the lockdown and the big magical burst damage, then look to go toe-to-toe with the EG cores. Remember as well that Arteezy's Radiance and his Dispersion will be completely ineffective once these BKBs are online. He becomes someone you can truly target.
Yep. Actually, crazy to watch Zybe when he was playing the side lane just then. He's hiding in the trees. He's not wanting to reveal himself. He throws an orb, but he's not going to rip. He's not going to like sit in the lane at all. And you can see his item build is its progression. He's going for this Veil of Discord. He doesn't have the Yule Scepter to give him that maneuverability. And he may really want it because there's an Orchid coming on the Courier right now to Samael. They're going to need that way out. And the Mech is also coming on the Courier. This is a huge spike timing now for EG's items.
Yep. And when you spike, what do? You just make moves. Start wandering around. Arteezy bottom alone. You don't mind. The rest of you comfortable. Pushing top is 4. Storm a little isolated, but he's just going to continue accelerating. You can trust that Samael will be there in time with those long-range zips in the event, so he can try to make a play up top.
Yep. He's 9-1-6. We've seen him dive almost to a tier 2 tower ridiculously around 4 heroes in order to gain a kill. He'll be there.
Secret, soon you have the tools to fight. They have BKB on TA finished. Skip the blink was necessary. You need that item ASAP. Nisha's going to grab his bottom. One more wave. EG, though, they see mid one. He's got a bat behind him. Try and ensure that the lasso would be dispelled. Still got to be careful.
They're checking for any kind of vision that Secret have set up. And right now, it really isn't. There's 2 Observer Wards and 1 Sentry on Puppy. And they have 1 defensive Observer Ward in mid lane. That's actually a kind of nice position away from most sentries. You normally look to the west or on top of the hillside.
And there's the smoke. They have the BKBs. Secret know they're still not in a great position, but it's about as good as it gets.
Let's see who they can get. Crit's the most obvious target, jumping forward. S4 doesn't actually get the extra hit. Sorry, Zai with that drink first. Now they turn around towards Crit, but here comes Samael in the middle of the fight, targeting Yamsor, removing that heal, then through Puppy. Who's the next on the target? The BKBs are going to wear off from Team Secret in just a second, and Zamel's already in there. Arteezy will find one, but it looks like Secret have no real hope to win this one. Up into the air, PA will end up going down. 3 heroes who don't have buyback, and EG will for sure either take Roshan or a Rax.
And the score really giving insight into the only way I see Secret taking this one.
No.
They need some big mistakes from EG.
We're memeing 3-2-2.
They're very confident here. You can see they're welcoming an engagement even into the BKBs. It doesn't matter so long as Crit or Arteezy are the targets Secret initiate on. The rest of the heroes will get their spells off. Crit just tanking with that bulwark, the Vanguard, the Flash, the Dime. He's got 31 armor at the moment, plus his passive bulwark. He's just not someone you can gun for.
Yep. And you really saw it, like Zai with that Dream Call initiation. He wanted it. He thought he had it. But Team Secret, they had to try. They had it and they had to try. But now the backup happens and EG claims some more bounty runes and keep this momentum rolling forward. They've already claimed 1 melee Rax in mid. This opens up the shrines. And Team Secret, hey, you just lost a fight, you just lost a Rax, what do? You run forward, looking for your own engagements. I was looking at flying Crit, but there's not the really fight he wants. Nietzsche is able to get on the fly with the AO. Flying, it has already done the work. A badness and A will lose his life for it, but somehow is all on the front line. Here comes S4, Lasso on mid one. He's cancelling all this damage. Nietzsche's got someone as well. Leave up at the wall on. Crit can try and fight. Oh no, heroes down from Evil Jesus. Nietzsche, he's clipped. He's actually got Artun. S4's gonna be right there to help out. Crit will rebuke him down.
Is this where the series turns around, Toby?
This is, well, maybe.
The Cliff Curse passes on to Team Secret. I don't know if it really would have made a difference. He's just probably going to go down. But still.
It's when you see Crit standing up and say, hey, I do as much damage as any of the cores. Isn't this great?
I foresee the Radiant's
S4's going to try and keep the momentum going. Drag the creep wave down, efficiency farming as much as he can. Such a nice fight from Team Secret though, when they can get into the back lines. When finally Nisha is able to get on top of the AA. He's still got his blast off, but you start removing some people.
I'm so excited. I don't really care who wins this series. I was just praying we get a game 5, and it's looking more and more likely. So long as EG follow the script.
Kyle, we know what happens when you predict. We know what happens when you predict. Of course, that is 99%. Yeah.
And that
don't jinx the 1% if you want a 5th game. Either way, I just want to see great Dota. S4, Blink Lasso, he found his target. They actually Spectral Haunt, and look, he goes for Yapsor. They already know that Zai is dead. A Haunt further forward. Yapsor has nowhere to get down. The illusions stay with pumping. Arteezy transcends the cliff with the Spectral Dagger, but will not force anymore.
That's the secret. You can't get clipped to Spectre, Toby. It all makes sense now. Neither can Storm. Neither can Storm. There you go. Not just reach, but the ability to ignore terrain. Yapsor head in his hands. You know, second game in this series, he's losing on Wisp. I think that EG might be onto something. You know, just give this hero away.
If anyone gives you crap for your analysis, Kyle, just know that you have identified EG's answer to the Cliff TZs.
There you go.
That's it. Everyone on Reddit, silence the haters now.
Even S4.
Even S4 can't get caught. No one really can get caught.
Oh,
once you got a 4-star, like, then you're always getting down. Shrine's gonna be taken on the top lane. Arteezy, and he's feeling very, very good right now. Sumail having the game of his life too. 11-11 on Sumail.
Not to mention the opening kill on mid one in a pure 1v1.
And Secret just need to get that big hit once more. Like, they do still have a lot of power. Like, obviously PA is a little bit inflated right now because of the double damage with a plus 220. But if you're able to get the negative armor out, he went for the 4 armor corruption. If mid one can hit the melt, they do have that ability just to rip through players.
The thing is, you've got Artur finishing up a butterfly in just one moment. 35% evasion. Where's Secret's damage if it's not these 2 cores right-clicking?
True. But you can rip apart the back line. That's the other upside. And maybe we can also get
on top of the back line.
Nisha just has to get to 25, so we've got triple stifling dagger, so then we can split everything back up. Obviously, we're clutching at straws here because you are 20k gold behind the Team Secret. You're 22,000 experience behind the Team Secret. So it's a hard ask, but there's a secret.
All you got to do if you're EG is cast.
Oh, it's 100%.
It has disappeared.
And never before in the history of something have they managed to come back. It's a 0%.
Anyone could do it. It's Team Secret. All right. Their last stand for their second racks. No Aegis up on Arteezy, but he doesn't care. So
The
difficult to take him
academics.
down. Bottom S4, he's actually chasing Zai.
Oh, he would love to have this fight. There's a regeneration ring that just got picked up by Storm Spirit as well, so we can use that to get the fight. B1, the wall comes up, B1 trapped inside the arena of blood, and here's the battle! Here's the electric hole, bringing them all in together. 3 heroes down. A buyback can come out from the PA right now if they're going to try and fight this, and if not, they're basically giving it up. They will take the top lane of Rax here, Evil Geniuses. The only buyback is from Zion. GG is called. We are going the distance. 5 games, grand final guaranteed between Secret and EG in what has been a superb display of Dota from both